What's up, martial art friends? How you guys doing? I just want to quickly announce this. Last week, I buzzed to my Sifu home to film a podcast. I asked him a bunch of questions. Bad news is I only recorded for like an hour. We was talking for like 1 hour straight, and then my Sifu was like, "Did you hit the on button yet?" I'm like, yeah, that messed up." And also, like, because I was so into the story, every time I talk to him, I feel like, like the huge amount of knowledge that I receive. So I only get deep into it. So I forget to check the autofocus, and maybe because my camera kind of old, so I messed up the autofocus a little bit. On his talk, he specifically talked about how you deal with anxiety, like the ability to be able to adapt, which is like kind of primary in martial art. Like that is the first thing they teach you. So it's like how you adapt your technique so that you don't get punched in the face. When I talked to him about the autofocus issues, he just basically, hey, that's okay. You don't need to feel bad. Just put a poster on it, and next time we do it better. He literally lived by those concepts, right? Just not talking about adaptation and stuff, right? But I'm sure that I have to make it better next time so that you guys can join the talk, because the talk is just amazing. I don't know how to explain it. You guys should definitely watch it. I spent like 5 hours doing case study yesterday. I do it from like 1 a.m. to kind of like 5 a.m. and then I have a sleep, and then I just wake up and finish the paperwork and film for you guys. It's about the imagery stuff, and you know why I want to share with you guys this? Because imagery is one of the most common and most popular techniques that used among athletes, like professional athletes, to pick the performance. And what imagery is using one sense to create or recreate the experience. So basically you imagine something, and then you just live that experience, rehearse it, and boom, you enhance your performance. At first I'm like, wow, that sounds kind of similar to one thing. Do you guys know what it is? Come on, 3, 2, 1. Qigong is Qigong meditation and stuff, right? And actually, meditation is used like very, very popular among athletes too. When I look at that, I'm like, wow, that's gonna benefit a hell lot of you. Like imagine after you train and then your body gets fatigued, and then you do the imagery techniques so to improve your performance. That's crazy, right? Like you don't have to do anything. You just imagine, like imaginations. And the way your brain work is like all of the neuron activities, all of the action potential kind of stuff, it go through like when you actually execute the techniques physically. Crazy, right? Like I don't know if you get excited, but for me, hell yeah, I don't want to punch the pad 500 times a day based on the test, and like scientific test, not some like make up story, right? These are very positive. Like it's said that they test two groups, one with like no strengthening method and one with like physical strengthening method. So they do like a fingering or like hand strengthening kind of thing. And after a week, the group with physical strengthening got like 30%, and the group with just imagine, right, like imagery techniques, they got like 20 something percent. So it's not as good at the physical training, while you still need the physical training. I wouldn't suggest you just like imagine stuff and then go out and fight somebody. That doesn't make sense. By the way, don't fight anyway. Like, yeah, it's bad, just avoid it. But the point is just how amazing it is. Like now I'll be able to cut my training by half and then just imagine, right? But it still needs the status though. Like it looked too promising to be true. So yeah, I have to work on it, and then I'll let you guys know the result. By the way, if you're locked out and you're depressed, make sure you watch my seafood stuff about depression. Coming up next week, okay? Don't miss it. Okay, enough for the advertisement. I'm so bad at it. But whatever. Later I have to film another tutorial for the main series on the channel. If you guys haven't watched it, it's about how to deal with, like, when the guy charge at you really fast and grappling tackle you, those kind of things. Right? I already go over like when he just like straight up charge at you and then you just blast him, and also he just like he'd be able to like block your punch kind of stuff, and then he keep going forwards. Then I'll teach you how to deal with that also. And that one I think coming today. I'm not sure. I have to check my schedule. I'm such a mess. That's why I have like all of these paper kind of stuff to see my schedule. This one is for next week, I guess. Is when the guy charge at you, he block you, but not just simply block you. Like he actually grab your hand. Now things get complicated because people are really easy to trigger. Like just try with your friends or something. Like just like grab his hand really hard and don't let go. Usually they just tense up and they cannot let go, right? That kind of one of the beginner mistake that I find myself doing that when I first started it too. So I just want to share with you guys because that very very common that some people try to like hold on to you when they try to like tackle or grab you to the ground, and obviously in the street you don't want that, right?